Hello and welcome to H. Greg Lux. Here I have a 2019 Rolls-Royce Dawn. This car came with a clean Carfax report and it has one previous owner. What I'm going to do in this video for you is I'm going to show you around the car. We're going to take a look at it to see if there's any kind of damage, including scratches, dents, chips, or anything else. Here at H. Greg Lux, we want to be as transparent as possible and give you total peace of mind. So if there's anything you need to know about this car, we will let you know. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go panel by panel, checking out the vehicle, and we're gonna start right here with the front bumper. Let's take a look. The front bumper's in perfect condition. I'm not seeing any sign of damage. What about the hood? And again, we just want to know if there's any scratches, any dents, any chips, or any other kind of damage. The hood is in perfect condition, and we can move on right here to the driver's side of the vehicle. Starting with the fender. Looks perfect. I'm not seeing any sort of damage. Now, what about the wheel? And I'm not seeing any kind of curve rash or any other kind of damage to the rim. This wheel is in perfect condition. Now we can move on right here to the door panel. And again, we're taking a close look at everything. We just want to know if there's any sort of damage all around. The door panel is in perfect condition. What about this fender? And this fender's in perfect condition as well. I'm not seeing any kind of damage. Now what about the wheel? And just like the first one, this one is in perfect condition. Let's move on now to the back of the vehicle, starting with the rear bumper. Looking good. What about the rear hood? And again, I'm not seeing any sort of damage. We can now move on to the passenger side of the vehicle, starting with the fender right here. Looking good. This fender's in perfect condition. What about the wheel? And just like the last two, this one has no sign of curve rash or any other kind of damage. It's in perfect condition as well. Now we can move on right here to this door panel. And just like the other one, this one has no signs of damage. Now, let's move on to the last fender. Again, taking a very close look, we just want to know if there's any sort of damage. And I can safely say that the exterior of this vehicle is in excellent condition overall. Now what about the last wheel? And just like the last three, this one is in perfect condition. There is no sign of damage. Now we can move on to the other side of the vehicle, the passenger side. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the seat. Checking the leather, we want to know if there's any sort of damage all around. Leather looks perfect. What about the door panel? And again, we just want to know if there's any type of wear and tear, any type of scratches, tears to the leather, or any other type of damage. But just like the seat, this door panel is in excellent condition. Now we can move on to the other side of the vehicle, the passenger side, and we're going to do the same thing. We're first going to take a look at the seat, checking the leather. We want to know if there's any sort of wear and tear. And the only thing I noticed is just some minor wear and tear right here on the side. But overall, the seat's in excellent condition. Now let's move on right here to the door panel, where again, we just want to know if there's any sort of damage at all. But just like the other side, I'm not seeing anything. This door panel is in excellent condition as well. Now we can go ahead and move on to the back seats, starting with this one on the right side of the vehicle. Looks perfect. There's no sign of damage. What about the other one? And this one is in perfect condition as well. Now with the car on, I want to show you a couple things. The first of which is the mileage of this vehicle. As you can see in the middle of the dashboard, this car has 5,539 miles. The other thing I want to show you is that this car comes with a GPS system and a backup camera. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the steering wheel. We want to know if there's any sort of damage all around the leather, any scratches, any dents, any tears, any sort of damage. Everything's looking perfect. What about the buttons? We want to know if there's any sort of scratches on them. This side looks perfect, and this side looks perfect as well. Now let's move on to the mid console. We want to know if there's any sort of scratches to the screen, to the knobs, the buttons, or anywhere else. Everything's looking good. I'm not seeing any sort of damage. The mid console and the steering wheel are in excellent condition. Now let's take a look at the trunk of the car, and we just want to know if there's any sort of damage or wear and tear along the sides or along the floor of the trunk. But as you can see, there's no signs of damage or any type of wear and tear. The trunk is in excellent condition and very well kept. I also want to go ahead and mention that this car comes with a battery charger. Before we finish off this video, let's take a look at the engine, and we just want to take a quick look. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to contact one of our representatives here at H. Greg Lux.